welcome to Berwick Mitsubishi. Today we're doing a walk around video of our 2015 Mitsubishi Triton GLXR. We're going to go around the outside of this vehicle. I'm going to be picky for you and really give you a good idea of the quality of this vehicle, and then we're going to sit inside and go through some of the features as well. Having a look at the front of the car, we do have this really nice smoked bonnet protector across the front. The thing that tells me about the previous owner is that they were willing to invest money into the car to help protect it. One thing as well is, with the front of the car, we do have nice chrome highlighting and the nice dark headlights. Having a look at the front of the car now, I don't know why I didn't see it before, but if you look at it from front on, it looks like the headlights are two eyes. You've got a bit of a mouth along the bottom here and a nice big monobrow across the top and the nose for the Mitsubishi badge. But aside from that, moving now to the rest of the car, this car does have a couple of minor stone chips in the front, which we have touched up, and fog lights as well. Bit of a honeycomb pattern in the two grills, and you do have really nice, the way the bonnet slopes down at the front, you do get really nice vision from sitting inside the front of the car. As we move around the car and we come across to our driver's side, you do see we have these nice big wheel arches. They actually help when you're driving through water or water crossings or anything like that. They help protect the rest of the body. Underneath here, we do have a 17-inch alloy rim, which appears to have no scuffing on it, and a brand new tyre. This is a Bridgestone jeweler tyre, which is just brand new, just goes along really nicely with the car. We do have a bit of chrome garnish just here in the driver's side front driver panel, and a nice chrome mirror as well with a built-in side indicator. Very small stone chip into the chrome here. One of the first marks I've noticed as we're going down the side of the car. We do have our tubular side step fitted down the side of the car to help getting in and out of the vehicle, and nice chrome door handles. One thing with this car is it does have privacy glass on it in the back, which doesn't offer UV protection, and it probably needs, well, definitely needs to get some tint on the front as well, which will really help on the car to reduce the UV rays going into the vehicle. Moving down the rest of the car, one thing I'd like to point out about the Tritons is, as we do have our nice J shape here. Triton and Mitsubishi have actually patented this shape for the utes. What it does is it recesses the back of the cabin just that little bit, so the seat can actually, the back of the seat can sit in here, while the bottom of the seat seats about where it normally does, giving the people in the back ample room, and it does give it an advantage over its competitors in this sector. We do have a nice chrome sports bar fitted as well, with a nice soft tonneau cover, which is loopless. Just pulling it open, it doesn't have the loops or anything pulled into the side of the car, and you just press it back down and it locks securely shut. Nice wheel arch flare as well. Having a look at our second premium alloy wheel, we do have a minor stone chipping just here, but otherwise, once again, this wheel looks absolutely fantastic. Moving around now to the back of the car, and you'll take notice of the back tailgate that it is in a really good condition. A couple of minor marks across the top here, but nothing to be too concerned about. We do have this nice rear bumper and step with a tow bar already fitted to this vehicle. As I mentioned before, the soft loopless tonneau cover, we just pull this up, pull down, and we'll see that in here we do have a nice big spare tyre, as well as a nice rubber mat put down to help protect the bottom of the ute. There are some minor scratches into the paintwork around the outside of the tub, which is just consistent with the age and styling of this vehicle. Just by closing off the back tailgate, pulling the loop over the end, and giving it a bit of a knockdown. There we go. There's your tonneau cover refitted back to the back of the car. As we come around now to the passenger side, we should notice that the tub is actually presenting in really, really good condition. A commonplace to have scratches on these sorts of cars is along here, but I can't see any on this vehicle. Having a stop at our third premium alloy wheel, you'll see that this wheel presents in absolutely fantastic condition as well, once again with a Bridgestone jeweler tyre. We've got our diesel fuel filler cap just here above that on the wheel arch as well. Like I said, diesel. The good thing about the Tritons as well, another advantage they have over some competitors is they take the high flow nozzle while doing diesel fueling, really cutting down your time at the petrol station. Chrome door handles again as we move down the passenger side of the car. A couple of light chips into the door protector along here, but they have been touched up for you guys. No need to worry about that. Maybe a little bit of a scuff here, just a bit of black. Otherwise, this car is, for the age, year and kilometers, this car is presenting absolutely brilliantly. Having a look at our final alloy wheel, this also has no gutter rashing on it, so the person who owned this car actually knew how to drive pretty well, which is really good to see, and a brand new tyre as well. What we're going to do now, guys, we're going to pop the bonnet, and we're actually going to have a look at the diesel 4-cylinder 2.5 litre engine that sits under here. And we're going to talk about the performance it offers, as well as some fuel efficiency. Because one thing the Tritons do is they are a workhorse, and they do their job very, very well. So by lifting up the front bonnet here, and pulling this across to the left, there we go. Let's popping that open. There we go. While you come in and have a look, just pay attention to how well this car has been looked after in the engine bay. It's just got all the hoses look like they're in great condition. There's no mud splattered up in there. It just appears to be absolutely fantastic. So this car is a 2.5 litre 4-cylinder engine, and behind it, it does have a 4-speed manual transmission. This is a 4x4 Model 2. This engine puts out 131 kilowatts of power and 400 newton meters of torque. We do have a 75 litre fuel tank in this car, which can average around 8.3 litres per 100 k's, which works out to be about 900 kilometers from a full tank of fuel. When this car is fitted with its tow bar and electric brake pack, you can actually get 3 tons worth of towing out of this vehicle. And one thing that they've done well with the Tritons is they have actually designed the gross vehicle mass to be able to accommodate that amount of towing very, very well. So what I'm going to do now, guys, is just drop this down. I'm going to jump inside the car. We're going to have a look at how the interior looks as well. So looking at the inside of our Triton, this car has been looked after very, very well, and it's got some extra bits in here to sort of help you along if you are looking at a car like this. This car does have a little bit of advantage over other vehicles. Having a look now to my right, we do have our child lock for our electric window controls, as well as our full electric window controls just here. Moving our steering wheel to the right, you'll see that we do have, just hiding behind here, our side mirror adjustment, as well as a button to fold them in, and our traction control as well. We got our headlight and fog light controls on the end of our right control arm, as well as our indicators on that control stalk as well. Moving this wheel now over to the left, we do have our front windshield wipers. I just forgot to mention, guys, we do actually have 2 keys with this vehicle. I just wanted to point that out for you. Steering wheel itself is very comfortable to hold, a bit of minor wear across the top, which you'd expect with a car of about this age. We got our cruise control on the right and media on the left, with our phone and voice control settings just below here. Moving to the center of the car, up at the top here, we do have our nice readouts for the driver, so fuel economy and performance gauges and stuff like that, as well as a little compass and temperature and clock, which is all really handy to have. Moving just down from that, we do have an aftermarket Clarion head unit fitted to this vehicle with satellite navigation, which is really, really good to see. Nice big bright display and full Bluetooth. This car is also fitted with a reverse camera. Just by popping in reverse, it does automatically pop up there, and you can see your tow ball, making reversing up to trailers and stuff very easy. Moving just down from that, we've got all of our climate control settings here: temperature, fan speed. Turn that up a little bit, it's starting to get a little bit stuffy in here, and our modes. Just down from that, we do have a little bit of storage with our nice Clarion remote. And then down a little bit again, we got our rear button for the rear window, as well as nice 12-volt socket, a little bit of storage there, and our driveline selector, as well as our manual transmission. 5-speed transmission with reverse, really, really comfortable to use. Just clicks into the gears so smoothly. I quite like the gearboxes in the Mitsubishis. I reckon they're just really nice and easy to use. Now this car does have the Super Select. So what that does is you will have 2 high and 4 high for pavement. Most car companies actually don't have a 4 high for pavement. They go 2 high, 4 high off-road and 4 low. This has got 4 gear selectors, so you got 2 high for pavement, all-wheel drive mode for pavement, then your 4-wheel drive off-road mode high, and your 4-wheel drive low. So you can adapt to any situation that you'd need. Moving back from that, handbrake with dual cup holders, and then back one more, and we've got a 2-tier center console. So we do actually have the top level just there. Underneath that, a really nice deep area to store things with auxiliary port, USB port, and a 12-volt socket. If I just pull this back, I'll just show you guys. I pointed out in the last video I did on the Holden Commodore, there's actually a pen holder under here, and this person actually chose to use their pen holder, which is kind of funny that I didn't point it out to the last video, and then next one I do, there's actually a pen in there. So what I'm going to do now, guys, is just pan around the front of the car. I'm going to go over the service history. So the car has done just under 92,000 Ks. First service in the book, outside of the complimentary service, was the 17,000 K service done. Next one at 33, 48, 60, 75, and we did one at 91,800. So this car doesn't need any tyres or a new service anytime soon. With the aftermarket head unit and the maintenance, that is just some extreme value presented within this Triton. So now we're sitting in the back of our MN Triton. This car does have cloth seats. They present very well looked after. I'm about 6'1", I've got ample headroom. Like I said, the way the seats recess back in the car does give me ample legroom as well. I actually had the seat reclined back a little bit so I could show you a bit more around the front of the car. So if I put it in my proper driving position, that gives me even more room in the back. Now in the center here, we do have this which drops down, which gives you 2 cup holders as well as a nice armrest, which is really good to see. And then another thing I'll try and do in my suit, makes it a little bit difficult, so you just lift up here and pull it forward, and you've got your child anchor points in behind there, and then the base of the seats do also lift up as well, but because I'm sitting in it, it would be just a little bit hard to show you that. The carpet presents in excellent condition as well, as do the back of the front seats, with a nice bit of storage too. All in all, I reckon the interior of this car with the upgraded head unit just presents absolutely fantastically and gives you some really good value to consider while you're looking at Tritons. So that's been our walk around video of our Mitsubishi MN Triton. I hope this has answered any questions that you have about this vehicle and given you a great idea of the quality of this vehicle as well. Reasons to buy this car are, if you're looking at a Triton, then this one presents fantastic value for the Ks it's done, condition it's done, with the reverse camera, tow bar and aftermarket head unit with navigation already fitted to the vehicle. Just amazing things to consider. And if you're just looking at utes and you haven't made your mind up about Tritons yet, one reason to pick Tritons is that extra space in the cabin in the back with that J shape, and also look into gross vehicle mass. You'll really thank me for it, because if you start towing things that put you over your limit, then you void your warranty. The Triton is set up to really tow and carry a good load while keeping itself under its gross vehicle mass. Another thing I'd like to touch on, guys, this car, with the condition it's in and the Ks it's done and mechanical history it has, does qualify for our premium mechanical protection plan, which gives you 5 years of mechanical protection for the vehicle itself, as well as 10 years roadside assistance for Australia wide, and that presents absolutely great value too. If you'd like to know more about our plan, please click the link in the description below. But otherwise, guys, once again, thanks for watching our video. Berwick Mitsubishi, customer service is where we thrive, so please give us a call at 9907 0555.